Hello everybody, my name is Chase Reeves from Internet and Ice to the Brim. I've wanted to get a keyboard for my iPad for a little while, so I decided to put these two back to back. It's the Logitech and ZAGG partnership. I've had two something something, and then the ZAGGfolio something something. Let's start with this one. First and foremost, this is an all-enclosed sort of unit, okay? You close it in and do that thing, all right? You could tell that from the pictures already. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. It's got this like sort of plastic, quasi-composite looking awesome thing. It's nice and firm and strong and dense. It definitely is heavy, but that's fine. It's nothing too hard to pull around or anything like that. The overall aesthetic on this is nice and dense, and it's sort of like perfect for like, I think they really designed this for like a CEO baby boomer type. They're like, oh yeah, it's fucking badass, man. You got to see my iPad case. You know, the kind of guy that you may work for. But it's really great. I actually like this one a lot. It's heavy, it's dense, it's got great throwability, what I call throwability, which means I can just throw it straight into my bag. I don't have to worry about anything really getting scratched or anything like that. It feels very good and protected in here. When you open it up, it's got the whole magnet thing so that your iPad automatically opens. Shove it right in the little thing and bada bing, bada boom. You've got it ready to roll. They do have a bunch of shortcut keyboard things up here at the top, like the home screen button, which is actually really helpful. Volume up and down and all this other stuff. A couple words on the keyboard. The keyboard on both of these items is actually the same. You won't notice really any difference. As far as I can tell, they're exactly the same. Using it is great, actually. It's smaller. It's a little bit smaller, so you got to get a little into your daintier side of things, but it's actually changed the way I use the iPad. I use it for writing all the time now. I use it for tons of emails and all this other stuff, where I previously thought the iPad was like, I'm never going to type on the screen keyboard. It's a total pain in the ass to do it. This is great. The keyboard is smaller. You will notice like, oh fuck, I did that button, I meant to do that button. That's fine, you'll get used to it. So on both of these items, the keyboard is excellent. What else? I should note one thing. The iPad actually slides into this guy, okay? It's nice and firm. It's good, little solid connection, which is kind of a bummer to me, and I'll get into that a little bit later. On the inside here, it's like beautiful, like the kind of thing a baby boomer CEO would expect. Like, oh, it's just fucking so beautiful. It takes care of my iPad. It's great. And then you could also have this be like freestanding and I'm writing important things over here, which is great. You can go both ways. It goes both ways. Sliding it back in, closing it back up. One weird thing is just that the latch is kind of like, it's like kind of goofy. It's nice and solid and strong, but it is a little bit goofy, but it's not at all any reason not to buy this thing if you're interested. Like, it's just one thing I noticed that's like, it's kind of weird. Overall, I feel like my iPad is extremely protected, feels good. I like this one a lot. All right, let's look at the other one. This is the Logitech something something, again partnered with ZAGG. All right, let's actually put this on. First of all, it's a much sleeker aesthetic. Cool metals and whatever that is, and got the headphone out. You got some control over volume and all this stuff. I should note this, the batteries in these keyboards apparently last for a very long time, but you charge them through a micro USB thing. They come with a little cord. On this one, you actually do have to take the keyboard out of the case to charge it, like that, okay? And you got a little keyboard thing right here. Should I mention on-off switch? And then the connect button. Connecting these things via Bluetooth is extremely easy. So keep that in mind. Back to the Logitech. Wow, I freaking love the sleek form factor on this thing. It is, it's really kind of perfect to me. It doesn't have a great throwability factor because you got the back of the iPad exposed. In the metal, it almost feels like, you know, it's scratchable. It's like your PowerBooks or whatever, and so you kind of want to be gentle with it or throw it into a case or something like that that's going to be soft. But at the same time, it is a lot sleeker than that one. I mean, it's probably 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 of an inch more slim than that, but you can definitely notice that. Let's see, what else? So pulling the iPad out, the only thing that keeps it in there, and it's in there quite snug, is these like rubber feet and sort of gasket thingies around the outside. And then it's quite simple to just throw it right in there. And da-da-da, you got the vertical, you got the horizontal. I actually really like that it comes out of the thingy completely. I feel like I want to be in vertical mode probably more often than horizontal mode because I want to go into my like writing and not be distracted by anything. I just want my text flowing this way, no sidebars or whatever. So I love that about this one. Let's see, again, keyboard is exactly the same, on-off switch, connect button. When it's in there, I mean, it really feels good and secure. I mean, I wouldn't want to crunch down on it. But it really does feel nice. I like everything about the way this thing is tooled, except for one huge deal breaker. See these little wings right here? Are you looking at those? They're so small. They're so insignificant, right? Oh, they just protect my iPad on the outside once I close it in or whatever. They make it freaking horrible to type on it. It really is like they're right there the whole time. Okay, now I don't want to get too nitpicky. I put my hands right there. You can feel the little metal thingies there. Today, Junior, you can feel those little things right there. Very easy. Oh, fuck, I wouldn't even notice that. That's fine. I just get over that. If you like hover your hands, if you have like great posture and you're like hovering your hands, like you'd be fine. You would, and I would like thought for a second, maybe I'll change everything about my posture. Just because I like this one better than that one for the sleekness and all this other stuff, and because the iPad comes completely out and I can put it whichever way I want. However, man, using this over time just gets to be fatiguing. You literally, you notice it. And it's like the thing, I need to write like this thing, and I'm noticing my hands resting on this shitty, freaking stupid thing. I actually thought of like cutting it out, but I don't know how to use tools. So to me, that is a deal breaker on this Logitech one. Because the point of my keyboard is that I can write and write really well, and I don't have to think about my tools. These tools fade into the background and they're never on my mind again. That's why I'm gonna go with the CEO special. It's just fabulous. Oh my God, it just takes care of my iPad, and it's big and bulky, and it looks like carbon fiber, man. It's so badass. This really is a great thingy-mobibber, whatever we call these things, cases. So even though it's not, I prefer this one for the fact that I can take my iPad is always out and I can put it in whatever way. I'm going to go with this one because I don't have to think about the keyboard ever. I don't have to think about the comfortability of this stupid thing. So Logitech is great. It's very sleek and slim, but you've got those little wings you got to think about. So if you're using it for like a serious keyboard, if you're like getting all Hemingway and shit, I would opt out of this one. Don't do that one. I would go for this. You're going to feel awesome in your, double-breasted suit as you step into CEO school, and you're like, hey guys, check out my badass iPhone case, iPad case. Thank you, everybody. I'm Chase Reeves from Internet and Ice to the Brim, and I hope that you find this useful because I wish I would have found a video just like this when I needed to buy one of these. Thank you for everything.